Hello, hello. Welcome to Business Basics Week 3. I call this class Compensation Plan Beauty because I am going to share with you the beauty of doTERRA's compensation plan. Because I've looked at a lot of them and this one is pretty stinking amazing. And I'll show you why. First off, you might be thinking, okay, what type of people are doing doTERRA? How does doTERRA support the different people that might be interested in doing the business? So some people that come to an essential oil class, there's really kind of three types of people. We've got some that are wanting to simply live the wellness lifestyle, and doTERRA supports these people by fantastic continuing education through their podcasts and their blog and their Facebook and Instagram and just you name it, they've got it. And so just amazing resources to be able to utilize that. I've got my VIP group as well. Many of us wellness advocates, we have our groups with continuing education, and ours is an 8-week program in mind that you complete the 8-week program that we do and do those classes and you get a free diffuser at the end. So if you want more information on that, just let me know. And here in the Business Basics class, I'm going through your continuing education regarding your business with doTERRA. So we've got, again, for the people that are wanting to live a lifestyle, awesome continuing education. For those that are wanting to share, okay, so now we're getting to more of the business aspect. For those that have a lot of people on their heart that they're like, hey, I want to share this with people and get my essential oils paid for, basically get natural, free healthcare. doTERRA supports these people by a very generous compensation plan that supports even the sharer, okay? Not just the builder. The key with either one is still consistency. We'll get into that a little bit further. But this beautiful compensation plan supports both of these to not only give you an avenue of this free natural health care, but also to build an amazing business that is not only touching lives, but has a huge impact on people's financial future and financial health. So I was going to share that with you today. Now, you've probably heard before, if you have probably been to one of my Business Basics class, the joy of sharing doTERRA, just joy of sharing essential oils. And we've talked about how doTERRA is an amazing company, the largest essential oil company in the world, most tested, used by doctors, ethically and sustainably sourced, which is a big, big deal, right? We work directly with the farmers, no middleman, 120 markets open. So this is a global business. It's a global thing. So the potential here is amazing. Compensation plan, like we're going to talk about today, is genius. We have a retention rate of 65% for our customer loyalty, which the industry is like 10%. All right. So that's huge when we're talking residual income and actually doing the work and let it continually pay us back, right? Privately owned, out of debt, and our team is amazing. doTERRA itself is actually held in a trust and things. So some of the, there's some scare out there regarding different companies ending their rep programs and such, and that's a legitimate concern. Yet every step along the way with doTERRA and their new initiatives and the things that they're working on and the vision that they have for the company only makes me as a wellness advocate, and you, if you're wanting to join our team of wellness advocates, it makes us more important, all right? Because the beauty of doTERRA is that in this wellness lifestyle, we need the community. We need the person to walk with us in it, in this wonderful path, all right? So we can't just put it on a shelf. We can't just put it on a rack. We can't just, sell it online without that personal connection. And so that's why doTERRA chose to do this method of sales. this direct sales, this multi-level aspect of sales, because it works with the product. It's all about how can we use this product to reach the most people and benefit the most people and benefit them in their health, and then benefit them as well, with those that choose to, through their finances as well. It's amazing. Okay, let's go into it a little bit. All right, so now when we're talking about the compensation plan itself, some of the things that makes doTERRA's compensation plan different is that the customers and the reps, the wellness advocates, purchase at the same price. All right, I talked a little bit about this in the Joy of Sharing Essential Oils, that business intro class as well. It's one of the beauties of it. I don't hike up my prices. We just all buy at the same price. There's a retail option, of course, but the majority of people to ever buy doTERRA are going to buy it at that wholesale price. The compensation plan pays the most on the most. So it pays the most money where you have the greatest number of people. The compensation plan promotes team, not competition. The early bonuses, even in the early leadership rank, are based on whole company sales. So as doTERRA succeeds, they're rewarding even the beginning business builders, leaders, all right? And there's 6 different ways to get paid in doTERRA, and one of those ways actually pay out weekly from the very beginning, all right? So we have that weekly and monthly aspect there, and okay, let's kind of go into it. So all of that goes into being able to build community, and it is such a fun community to be a part of. Okay, so one of the first questions that people have, okay, how do I make money? How much time is involved? How could this work for me, and what are the next steps? We cover some of that just real briefly in the intro. We're going to go in depth now with how we actually make money in doTERRA with an amazing compensation plan. But first, I want us to take a look at some differences. This is a different compensation plan here. And obviously I've taken off the name and such like that because it doesn't matter, all right? But pulled this up from one of the up and rising companies, and this is kind of there's a typical thing happening here. You have your personal sales, and see, that's where the most is there. So the most of your commissions that percentage is based off of your own personal sales, and it actually incorporates all of this percentage here, all right? Those personal sales. And then off of your team, each level down, you have, you start out with a bigger percentage, and you notice it decreases, right? See, even at the top, we have here, and then it drops down, okay? So with that, and then we'll do just a little bit of addition here, all right? So in the beginning levels, okay, let's say midweight leader, we're going at like 7% for 1.5111. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5, and 12.5%. So we're getting total of 12.5% off of kind of the organization underneath. We're just going to do random totals here. I'd crunch the numbers big time for you, but it'd be super boring unless you really want to, and I could show you, and it's really fun. Excel, gotta love it. Okay, and then at the top here, the very, very top, we've got 3, 6, 10, 16, 21, 32% paid out here through the rest of the organization when you're at the top, all right? So look at this. If you had a customer, would you ever want to share them with someone in your team? Would you ever want to help one of your leaders by giving them any sort of business in your team? You might emotionally want to help them, but what happens to your business? Your sales decreases drastically, right? Even at the top here, okay? And so it de-incentivizes you to support your team financially as well. Okay, so of course you're supporting them emotionally and such, but what if supporting them, you could support them financially and emotionally in their business, and it would benefit you, okay? When you're looking at compensation plans, you need to look at what is it incentivizing. Compensation plans incentivize action. So what action is this compensation plan incentivizing? Personal sales. That is the main thing. That is the main way you get paid. So it incentivizes personal sales. With all of this, until you get to, let's see, this one is at 34, 2, let's see. So there's going to be a place where this percentage equals that percentage there, okay, kind of balances out, but that's pretty high up. So let's take a look at then kind of the difference. In doTERRA, we're helping people find amazing solutions, sampling them, giving them amazing solutions, teaching them how to use them, enrolling them in doTERRA with either a wholesale membership or as a part of your business team as a wellness advocate, and supporting them at whatever path that they're taking. Okay? And so as we do these things, it works into the compensation plan. So I'm going to share this other document with you. There it is. This is just on the doTERRA website. The compensation plan. Okay, so let's go into the different ways that you're paid in doTERRA. One of the ways is through retail sales. Every once in a while, you do have some retail sales, and so it's a 25% markup, kind of like typical things. And so a customer purchases $100 in product, and you get paid $25. Boom, done. All right. So, but what typically happens is as you help people get these essential oils at your price, they're either going to be as a wellness advocate or as a wholesale customer. Okay, sorry, I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. All right, just getting this zoomed in properly. All right, so one of the first ways is Fast Start. Now, this is the way that we get paid weekly. All right, so I'm trying to get it adjusted the way that I want it to be. Okay, so this is the one that we get paid out weekly. All right, and I will include this document in the units section of our team, the Empower Wellness Team Business Mentoring, and this will be in Unit 4 under Week 3 Compensation Plan Beauty. All right, so this document with the compensation plan. Now, okay, so this Fast Start bonus is paid out on new people. So when somebody gets enrolled, all right, so let's say this is me. All right, well, yeah, this is me. And I enroll a new person. And so they get a kit, and it's 100 PV, let's say. So 100 PV purchase, and then I would get 20% on that. So 100 PV purchase, I'd get $20. All right, so a little bit less than retail, a little bit less, but hey, they're getting it at the wholesale price. That does my heart good, okay? So 100 PV, I get 20 bucks off of that, 20%. The person that enrolled me, all right, the person that enrolled me gets 10%. So that is $10. So after that purchase of that new person, they get 10. That the other person that enrolled them gets $5 from that. So you see, it spreads out. This 35% of that purchase gets paid out to 3 different people. Okay? Now the key to that is each of these people do need to have their loyalty rewards order set up for 100 PV or more. All right, so you need to make sure, sometimes you'll get smaller orders and you might drop your loyalty rewards order down. So, and sometimes the BOGO weeks or different specials and things like that. So just make sure that after that processes that you immediately bump your LRP back up to 100 PV so that you don't miss out on any of these fast starts that might be coming in. Because at the beginning of your business, yeah, you know when people are getting enrolled and like you know all that things are happening. But I'll tell you, it's an amazing thing when you get this fast start bonus from an enrollment and you realize you had nothing to do with it, right? Could be several levels down and you went, oh my goodness, I didn't even realize, right? So you might go, well, wait a minute, hold on. Wouldn't that then kind of create competition, right? Because the plans create incentivized action, right? Wouldn't this create competition? Well, when you look at the unilevel, it shows that they compensate for that. That doTERRA's compensation plan compensates for this, all right? But being able to get this percentage down further and promoting that leadership is kind of a little bonus. That's why they call it a bonus. It's not the primary aspect of the compensation plan, all right? This is just a bonus as you are teaching people and helping people learn how to be leaders. This other bonus here is structural, and I will get into this one a little bit later. Now, for the residual earnings, this is where we're kind of comparing the other one that we looked at. Now, remember, as you increased levels on the other one, the percentage dropped, right? It dropped. With doTERRA's, it increases. See how this increases? And even and then it stays the same for this, all right? Now remember, at the far, far end of the other one, the total of all the percentages was what? 31%, right? This is 34. And it's 34 for the whole time. Even at the first main leadership level, even at the first main leadership level, you have these great percentages. So we've got with our silvers here, all right? But that bonus that I had mentioned that for the whole company, based on the whole company, actually starts here, even before the main like maxed out leadership level. All right, so with this, what is this incentivizing? Look at this, what is this incentivizing? This here is incentivizing helping your team and like helping them get customers, your own personal customers, and you'll be supporting them. But as you put them underneath your builders, you get paid more on them, right? And so they go further down in your organization, which helps you because you're getting paid more, and it helps your builders as well because they're going to get paid on them as well once they're out of that fast start. Because that fast start bonus that we talked about, that's the only thing paid out when a new person that's newly enrolled, when they, for their first 60 days. So for the first 60 days, that's how the commissions get paid out weekly. After their 60 days, it depends on where they are in your organization. So you may still be their enroller, but their sponsor could be somebody different. So then they have this two people that are supporting them on their doTERRA journey, whether it's in the business or in their wellness, or both, of course. Okay, so this is promoting team, right? It is incentivizing team. It's beautiful. And you'll notice it pays out more because with these organizations, you have a few people at the top and then it spreads out like a root system, right? And so as you get further down, you have more people. So this is where it pays the most on the most. It pays the most money, the highest percentage on the most number of people. And so when you crunch these numbers, if you put two of them beside each other and you crunch the numbers with these different percentages, even with the same exact volume, it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars more when you have it the way doTERRA has it. It's amazing. So, and then it has this thing called dynamic compression, which means that in any given line of purchases and whatnot, with those different levels, if somebody doesn't purchase, or if it doesn't quite qualify or something like that, if somebody doesn't purchase, then it reaches further down into your organization. So like if you're a premier and you're getting paid down 6 levels, and I've looked at people's reports and things and looked at this, and it shows you which physical level people were on. And I see them paid out on the 6th level here, but they were actually in their 14th level. So it's paying out on the 14th level at that wonderful 6%, not like a 1 or a 2 or anything like that, okay? That creates income. That creates an exponential growth. Without dynamic compression, then you're losing out on sales. You're losing out because it creates gaps in the root system, all right? Where you could have gotten paid on something, but you didn't, and you just lost out on that, okay? So dynamic compression is just to say that every single purchase is going to get paid out on all 7 of these levels, all right? On any given purchase, it looks for the person and goes, okay, who am I gonna pay the 2% at? All right, that person qualifies. They have to be at least a wellness advocate, right? For who am I gonna pay the 3% out to? So it would be any manager or above them. Who am I gonna pay the 5% back to? 5% for this, 6% for this, 6% for this, and then 7% here. And it reaches out to make sure that every single one of those are paid out. If you do, that is dynamic compression. In other companies, the company pockets that and does not pay it out to their reps. That's what happens, okay? So always looking for dynamic compression to make sure that the company is always rewarding their consultants, their reps, their wellness advocates to the max, okay? Now this part's paid out monthly. Then we have leadership pools. This is the other thing. And so the empowerment pool here, this one, notice it's with the premiers. So pretty early on, only requirement is that they have 2 different legs. We'll talk about that, of executive or more. And executive is 2,000. 2,000 sales, including your own purchases, okay? That's an executive. So if you have 2 people in different legs that are executive, you hit premier. Notice with the silver, you have 3 legs that are elite. With these ones, with the beginning stuff here, you have just sales volume. It's purely based on that. Until you get to premier, then you need to have 2 legs and 5,000 in sales. Now 2 executives is only 4,000, so you need to have another 1,000 somewhere, all right? And then when you hit silver, you need to have 3 legs of elite. So elite is 3,000, and this elite is our foundation, right? And we've talked about this. We have our 6 weeks to elite program to launch you to elite within the first month and month or 2, and get you going and get, man, look at that, getting paid out all the way to there, all right? And so then getting you next to premier and getting that bonus for you, this is fantastic. So if you you get a share in this empowerment bonus, which is 1.25 of all the sales of doTERRA, okay? All the commissionable volume of doTERRA. 1.25% is paid out to premiers, silvers, and gold who get an enrollment that month, all right? So you get an enrollment, you get a share. Now a share, this is equivalent of about $200 bonus, all right? $200 bonus. With the silver, they have an enrollment that month, and they would have the that $200 bonus as well. A gold, if they, for up to 2 people, they would have 2 of those bonuses. So it's another $400 bonus for a gold. So if they at least enroll 2 people. All right, so then also with silver and gold and platinum, they also get 2% split out between them. Talking a lot, need to get a drink of water. All right, not water, but it works. Okay, so 2% of the companies, the increase of the company gets paid out with them. Silvers get 1 share, and this is just qualifying as a silver. Now, some of the other ones, you hit a rank when you hit it for the first time, you get a bonus. No, not with doTERRA. Every single time you hit this, you're gonna get this bonus. So this empowerment, or this leadership bonus here, leadership performance pool, you have, it's about 125, 150, all right? So silvers get an extra 125, 150 every time they hit silver. Golds get 5 of that, so 125 times 5, let's see, 5, 625, is that right? I'm not great with mental math. Yeah, 625, all right? So that's an extra $625 bonus. And then the platinums, which the platinums, they turn to their, basically they have 3 silvers underneath them, all right? They get 10 shares in this performance pool. So that is, you know, $1,250, okay, depending on what it is, because there's going to change the number of people in this pool and the number and the amount of sales in doTERRA, but it stays at about $125, $150. All right. So big bonus on top of their unilevel sales, on top of their fast start sales, okay, or their fast start commissions and unilevel commissions. Amazing. Another percent is split out with the diamonds, the diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamonds. Diamonds get 1 share, blue get 2, presidential gets 3, and that's about a $3,000 for 1 share. So you can see that it adds up. Again, this is in addition to the unilevel, addition to the fast start, all right? And then you have a percentage for just the diamonds, a percentage for just the blues, and a percentage for just the presidentials that they split. And you can see, I mean, doTERRA is a multi-billion-dollar company, so that's a significant amount of money split between these leaders. So doTERRA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 7.25% of the commissionable volume of doTERRA is paid out in bonuses to their leaders. So what is this incentivizing? It incentivizes supporting other teams too, okay? That full team aspect. Yes, your main focus is your own personal team, of course, but it doesn't, as all of doTERRA grows, your bonus gets better, right? So it incentivizes that full team aspect, that family, that whole community of doTERRA. All right? So it's a beautiful thing. Another one of the bonuses on here is the Power of 3 bonus. And so this is a structural bonus. And so doTERRA's compensation plan is a beautiful mixture of different types of compensation plans. All right? So to try to, because there's pluses and minuses to different types of compensation plans. And so they're utilizing these bonuses as a way to kind of compensate for some of the downfalls of different things. So you see how the fast start compensates for the small percentages here at the top. And so you remember, like your initial people, initial people, oh, we're only getting 2%. But when they're starting out in their first 60 days, we're getting 20% on them, right? And then they're supporting your whole team. And let's say you put them further down into here. So if they might be your own individual people, you're 20, 10, 5, okay? So then even after your first level and second level and third level, hey, then you're at least getting 5% on every single purchase for these other people. So compensating for and getting rid of that competition aspect between enrollees is pretty fantastic. Okay. So here's this other bonus. Apologize, I have these pop-ups that come up. The Power of 3 bonus. Now, this is a structural bonus. You have on, this is the physical front line. So this is different. The colors are the same, but it's not the same because these people can be in different places in your organization. They don't have to be stacked right on top of each other. But with this, they need to be stacked on top of each other. Okay, so these are on your physical front line. So you and 3 of the people on your physical front line, if all 4 of you place 100 PV, LRP, okay, LRP, and then you and everybody on your front line totals a volume of 600 PV, then you get a $50 bonus. That $50 bonus goes to you. That is like the key thing, all right? That's like your key thing. So here, and this is every single month this happens, not the first time, every single month this happens, all right? So think your only required investment each month is your 100 PV LRP order. Hey, this pays for it even at the very beginning. You can get this at the very beginning, all right? Like your very next month type of thing. You could get this $50 bonus, and that pays for almost half of your required thing. So you're getting there. You're almost into, you're getting there to your to not being, having your business paid for itself. All right. So now 1, 2, 3 on your front line, total of 600. That's the key. As you teach and help these 3 people, those 3 people that do 100 PV LRP, as you help them get their 50, so they're 3 people doing 100 PV LRP with their total volume of 600 PV, okay? So we've got 600 PV with them in their front line, 600 PV with them in their front line, 600 PV with them in their front line, okay? So they're each getting their $50 bonus, right? Sweet. You get a $250 bonus. Pretty exciting. Then you definitely have yours paid for just in that one bonus. And let's look at the volume here. Okay, you 600, and then let's take out the 150 from each of them. Let's just call it 150 between all of you. So 600 here, and then we've got 153, 450 times 3. So 1,300 plus 600. Okay, so we've got about 2,000 in volume here. On our unilevel, it's not, we're not getting much in our unilevel yet, but we've got $250 in our bonus. Okay, so being wise and doing our training program and placing people properly, and we can totally support you in that and help you to make sure you know how to try to do this best to be able to get this bonus, and we can do that and get your business paid for quickly. Now, as you help them, help their people. So as each of these 3 people get their $50 bonus, like if these people are for this, and these people are for this guy, and these people are for, so this person got their $50 bonus, this person got their 50K, all 9 of them got their 50. Now, I will not claim that this is easy. This is not easy. It's tricky. It's tricky. But if you are dedicated and consistent and are helping your customers, supporting your builders, helping them find people that are committed and capable, then once all 9 of these people get their $50 bonus, you get a $1,500 bonus. Wow, right? That's awesome. So all of that works together. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's actually an 8th way. It's called Founders Club. When you open up a new country, you have the opportunity to, if you gain a rank in that country out of the sales from that new country, you can become a founder. doTERRA sets kind of the requirements for that. And then a percentage of the sales from that country get split up between you and the other founders of that country. All right. And so then as the country grows, your bonus monthly grow, or your bonus yearly grows. Well, doTERRA has opened up Founders Club 2.0. All right. And so for the US, so we have our original 25 founders for doTERRA in the United States. They've opened up a Founders Club 2.0. I won't go into all of the details with that. If you are interested, I would love to speak with you about it. They've created it so that no matter if you're a veteran in doTERRA or brand new in doTERRA, it's equal opportunity, equal chances, equal effort to get Founders Club for 2.0 in the United States. And it's taking 2% of the total sales in the United States for this. It's for the second billion. And it splits it up between the first 200 people to qualify for this Founders Club. And it's a point system. I know this point system like the back of my hand. I can definitely coach you through it. I am going for it, and I want to have as many people on my team go for it and reach Founders Club with me. So if you are interested in doing that, it's an incredible opportunity, and it's just absolutely amazing. I can't believe it. So yeah, and with this global company. All right. So that's actually 8 different ways that you can get paid in doTERRA. Pretty fantastic. And even near the beginning with just 5,000 in sales, you're seeing bonuses every single month based on the increase in doTERRA, based on doTERRA's global sales. All right, pretty fantastic. Okay, I want to share with you again my PowerPoint. Okay, so this shows you kind of the breakdown of what your paycheck is made out of from those different ways of being paid. So each color is the different way of being paid. All right, so as you see with the purple, in the purple, that's your fast start. Okay, so you're enrolling new people, and you tend to enroll about the same amount of people. And so that's why this fast start kind of stays consistent, and it increases as you get your teammates and such. And so with your first 3 levels, that ends up staying kind of consistent. All right. Then with your power of 3, that increases, starts out at 50, right, and maxes out at 1,500. And so, and you know, this is just a general scale. You can see you're at the beginning, elite, most of your check is made out of your own personal enrollees, and some with your unilevel, and you've got your power of 3. Okay, and so then it starts to increase with the power of 3 and your unilevel. Silver, your unilevel is starting to take shape here, right? The green is the unilevel. And as you see, okay, fast start staying the same, Power of 3 is now maxed out, and your unilevel starts to grow. And you're participating in these leadership pools as well, to where in Presidential Diamond, you have this, a big portion of it is made of the unilevel and the leadership based on the increase of doTERRA, right? So paying for your product, you're looking in this range. Supplementing your income, when we talk further about the time involved, paying for your product is here, supplementing your income is here, replacing and multiplying in this area. So when we talk hours and different efforts involved, that's what we're talking about, okay? So how much time is involved with this? So if you're wanting your oils paid for consistently, the key with this is consistently. Justin Harris is, I think I mentioned him. I mentioned him earlier today in the oil camp class, but he was the first distributor in doTERRA, the very first wellness advocate. And so he's been, you know, he knows what he's doing here. And he's seen a lot of teams come and a lot of builders come and a lot of builders go, right? And he says that you can do this business part-time. You can do this business full-time. You just can't do this business sometimes, all right? So as long as you are consistent, and you need to be honest with yourself, you need to develop a good why. Why are you doing this business, right? Why do you have this goal? Whether it is to have your oils paid for, supplement your income, or replace your income, being solid on that, it creates that consistency. I am doing doTERRA because I want to see as many homes empowered with hope. I want to be a bringer of hope, if financially and in their wellness, in their health. These products are amazing. People need to know that there is another option for their health that might be outside the traditional, and another option for their finances that might be outside of the traditional. Both are powerful, okay? And so that is why I'm doing this. I want to create something amazing for my family, and I want to walk with you in that as well. Okay, that's why I'm here. All right, so now oils paid for, consistently 3 to 5 hours a week, doing income producing activities. So, and we've already discussed them. We're sampling, we're teaching, we're enrolling, we're supporting, right? One of those 4 things, okay? And we have training for all of that sort of stuff and the most effective ways to do them. And I want to supplement my income. This, we're talking 5 to 15 hours a week, depending on what supplementing your income means to you. We can talk numbers on that and create a plan to help you get there in the time that you want to. And it will just depend on what your goals are, all right, and how strong your why is. So consistently 5 to 15 hours a week. To replace your income, it's 15 to 30 hours a week. And again, that depends on what replacing looks like for you. And this is to kind of get to there in a specific amount of time. I will show you another thing here. Hold on a second. That's a really good snapshot in and kind of what is it to maintain these different things, and there's a different one. Hold on, I'm going to find it. It's a slightly different thing to that. I think it's in the training manual. So this is going to show you, one, the time it takes. It's pretty far down. The time it takes the estimated there, yeah, it's into this area. Oh, it's sideways. I'm sorry. I will get this. This is in your thing already. My apologies. Okay, let's go back to the other one. In the manual, it has a different one with the hours to maintain. So we look in here and we can go, okay, let's say I want to get to Elite. I want to have my oils paid for, like Elite Premier, oils paid for, free natural health care. If I put in 8 hours a week, I can expect to get there in 6 months. 15 hours, I can expect to get there in 2 months. Now this is based off of giant teams and crunching all the numbers and stuff. These are real numbers, okay? Based on real people and real averages. So when you are new to the rank, this is this column, and then average here, okay? So 15 hours a week, you can get to Elite in 2 months. 20 hours a week, get there in your first month, all right? It's a big time investment, but then this is residual aspect, okay? Talk to any financial planner. See how much money you would need to have in the bank for it to pay out $300 every single month, okay? It's a lot to see how much you would need to have in your investments in order to pay out that much money. Okay, now, to go Premier, you can see the hours here, and if you do that, 3 to 6 months to get there. And silver, gold, platinum, diamond, you're seeing the hours involved and the different, and these are averages, okay? And the beauty of this is you're not just trading your time for money, all right? And it's not, these sales aren't on your personal, they're partly on your personal, but the majority is from your team and from the residual income, that 65% retention rate, okay? So the work you do at the beginning and the foundation that you place at the beginning, it will pay you continually, all right? I'm still getting paid on the work that I did in my first year in doTERRA, and I've been almost doing this for 10 years, okay? So, so yeah, and I will tell you, when I chose to take some time off, okay, and it was about 4 years, all right, and I wasn't consistent. I wasn't, and I felt bad about that. But I learned. I learned 2 things. One, I can step into who I want to be in my doTERRA business right now. I can forgive myself. I can undo all of that and step into who I want to be right now. And 2, I still saw consistency in my check. So that tells me that this whole residual income thing works. Okay? And so, and that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. So consistency is the key with this to create some amazing stuff. So the gal that puts the team that put this together and everything, she's a almost triple presidential diamond. So when we look at that, I will share. So presidential diamond, you've got 6 platinums. So platinum has 3 silvers. 6 platinums makes a presidential diamond. And she did that and working on her 3rd time. Okay, pretty amazing. So she knows. So if you are passionate about oils, passionate about natural things, if you love people and you can follow a system and get things done, this will work for you. All right? And if you know anybody that you think might want to join forces with us and link arms with us in this mission to bring health and light to people and health and hope, then please send them my way. I would love to teach them what I know and walk with them in this path, because there is really nothing better. Nothing better. I remember the first time that like the real impactful things of the very first people that I helped. I still remember them because it was amazing what a little bottle of essential oils can do to change people's lives. And I've been hooked ever since. And so, yeah, I'm very excited for the people that are going to be joining our team and working with us in this. If you have any questions regarding the compensation plan and or anything that we talked about today, comment below, reach out, personal message, DM, whatever you need. And yeah, we're excited to work with you. And if you have your wholesale account, all you need to do is upgrade. There's a little button you push so you can upgrade and set up your LRP. If you don't have their wholesale account, you can choose a kit and set up that LRP so that you can get commissions and everything. And reach out. We'll plug you into all of our training, all of our resources, and as you bring in customers, bring them in and to our training and your business partners as well, as you find other people to link arms with you in this mission. So start making your list and get samples to people. We can help you with that as well. It is so much fun to see lives changed. And yeah, it's just so much fun. So I love this. Thank you for joining. Thank you for listening later on. And I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great one. Take care.